Hey, what's going on, everybody? I thought I'd make a remake and comparison video. I haven't made one in a while, but I wanted to compare these two movies. I like them both, but I like one way more than the other. But one came out in 1996 and one came out this year. Now, everybody's done watched these movies. I know a lot of people have watched this one, and I got this one. And I was so excited when I seen that the 4K version was going to be released. Now, this is the 1996 version. And man, this, I watched this the other day and I was just so, uh, it just brought me back to 1996. And, I remember when I went to go see, I remember when I went to go see this movie. I went to the theater to go see that movie. That theater actually is not there anymore. It's been all boarded up. They built a brand new one like right across from it, a brand new building and all. Because when I went to go see this one, the theater was inside of a mall. The mall is like, you guys know most malls are not most of them are like dying out. The mall that mall is still there, but it's just bare bones now. But I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. So obviously, when I heard it was coming out with the Twisters, and I got both these in Steelbook, both of them in Steelbook. I love the cover art on both of them. I love the cover art on both of them. And this one came out in 2024. Now, what made this one good was this one was just a entertaining, very entertaining movie. It was very entertaining. There was no, it didn't have anything in it. It didn't have any political messages. It didn't have any stuff shoehorned in it. It was just all out entertainment. It was a very entertaining movie about twisters. But which one do I like the most? Obviously, I like the original. That them storm chasers was just that little crew, that cast that they had in there. Actually, I watched this last week, and I just was just I had it on my surround sound. And another thing too, I haven't watched this yet. I went to the theater and watched this one. Actually, the reason why I haven't watched this one is because I just haven't. And the only difference between the two movies is this one was made in 1996 and this one was made in 2024. And obviously, there's a lot of people in this one that two people in this one has passed away since this movie came out. And then these people are a lot of up and coming actors, especially but the guy that's in this truck is like a big YouTuber, and he's chasing tornadoes, and he's recording them and he's loading them up on his YouTube channel. And then the chick, she lost her boyfriend and a couple friends, trying to, they was trying to do something and trying to get some readings and stuff went wrong. So that's how she ends up hooking up. She gets one of their old crewmates ask her to come back. He has a whole new team, and then he talks into going back into the field, and then she runs into this crew, and then this crew was just like a bunch of bandits just band together and stuff, and it was a nice little twist. I don't remember. It was a nice little twist. It was the only difference about this one is I don't believe in you being able to control Mother Nature. Mother Nature is going to do what Mother Nature wants to do, and Mother Nature can be something else. She really can. And I don't think there's not one human on this planet that's going to be able to control anything that comes from Mother Nature. Not at all. The only thing that humans can do is kind of prepare for, um, to see how they can get a jump on these tornadoes, because we've been having a lot of tornado outbreak in the past. It's been the past 8 years we've been having a lot of tornado outbreaks and stuff, and this movie's kind of geared to that. This one here is old school. This one is where they're trying to make a super advanced warning a super advanced warning, uh, you know, a warning, warning thing that can warn people like way in advance to let them know that there's a storm coming. So that's what this movie's built on. They're trying to build a better warning system. That's what I was trying to do. So that's this one is more for me down to earth. It's more grounded. This one is you're gonna try to stop a tornado, and I just that was the only downside with this movie. This movie was very entertaining. I want you to know that, and I had no problem with buying this and putting it in my physical copy selection. Okay, but I don't believe in you being able to stop anything that comes from uh, the force of nature, man. I just don't. You can't stop a tornado. You can't stop a volcano from erupting. The only thing you can do is, get people to evacuate and hope that it stops. You can't stop a tsunami. You can't stop, earthquake. You can't stop it. You can't stop earthquakes. You can't stop volcanoes. You can't stop hurricanes. And you definitely cannot stop a tornado. And that was the biggest downfall for me with this movie. I thought if there was a better plot with this, then I would have, it would be, it still is a good movie though. Very entertaining movie. Okay, I want you to know that. It's a very entertaining movie. But what uh, I just don't, there are a lot of people that said they didn't like the idea that they was going to try to stop a tornado. Like you're going to try to go up into the atmosphere or whatever and try to shoot stuff in it to kill a tornado. If you can, then boy, you're going to be one rich person. But that's basically what this one was. But they had a good story though. They really had a good story overall. But I prefer the old Twisters. Matter of fact, if I was to watch one, I would watch this way more than I would this one. But this one was very entertaining. I got them both in still cases, and I was so glad. I was so glad that I was able to get both of them in still cases because I love still cases. And the one about the one with the original Twister, I heard stories that when people was watching it, there was a lot of green in it, and I guess the people that restored it to 4K said that they wanted this to look more realistic. I guess that when a twister comes down, I guess you have a lot of green in the sky. Thank God I have never been involved in a twister. I hope I never do. I mean, if I ever see a twister, I hope it's like way, way over there. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's a tornado way, way down there. But I don't want to be caught up in one. I've seen the devastation that these things cause and, loss of life and all that kind of stuff. And I just don't want to be nowhere near them. But, I always thought it'd be pretty cool to see one. But it'd be pretty cool to see one like way off in a field somewhere, nowhere close. But um, this one here, it just I popped it in, so I listened to some YouTubers and some other people was talking about how great the 4K was and how some people said it was too much green in there. So I actually put it in my 4K player, and and my TV is 4K, and obviously this is a 4K, and there was some green in there, but not enough to where it bothered me. And obviously this movie was just shot, it was shot real well. So was this. But I was trying to find flaws in the 4K because I heard people talk about this copy so much. And I didn't see anything wrong with it. I thought it was like they said that there was parts where they were in the truck and where Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton was in the truck and it was storming. They said their face was kind of dark. You couldn't hardly see their face. I didn't think that was in here. I thought that, it just showed how, because if you get involved in the storm, I've actually rode my bike and I seen it get dark and I'm looking around riding my bike and I could tell I need to get home, and thank God I didn't have that far to go. And then it does get dark. It really does get dark. It gets dark when there's a real bad storm. And I think that they was just trying to show the trueness of the storm when they redid this movie right here. But overall, you guys, I love both these, and this is not a remake. This is the original. This is just a new one, and I'm just doing a remake and comparisons. And so the comparison is, I'll take this any day over this. I thought the plot was a little weak, but I liked the movie overall. It was very entertaining. The people in this movie was very entertaining. The leads were very entertaining. Everything was fine. I just did not like the idea that you're going to try to stop a storm. I just don't think it's possible. Uh, that's where I draw a line. But other than that, as far as bashing on this movie, no. I just think that that was the weak link of this movie. I thought that, other than that, I like this movie. It's very entertaining. But overall, this is the better one. And you actually, I watched this movie. Like I told you, I watched this movie last week. And I said to myself, man, that movie still holds up today. It still holds up today. I mean, I was sitting there going, man, this movie came out in 1996. 1996. And I sit there and go, man, how did that movie still hold up like that, man, and still keep me engaged like that? I can watch this any day over this one. Now, do I not like this movie? No. I will watch this movie eventually, but the only reason why I don't pop this one in that much, well, you can find these everywhere on streaming. But I like to own them both on physical. But when I went to the theater to go see this, I said, man, this movie was very entertaining. Because it's a 2024 movie, so you didn't know what you was really looking forward to because these new movies are always constantly shoving messages down your throat, and they're always checking the boxes. You didn't have none of that in here. Not a drop. They didn't preach to you. They didn't preach to you about global warming. You didn't see other stuff you guys know I don't care for, which I'm not going to touch. It had none of it. This was just an all-out bunch of storm chasers trying to chase tornadoes, and there was, decent backstories to each group, and everybody. There was no one in this cast that I can't say I didn't like. I thought the cast was very good, but the cast in this is just priceless. It's just priceless. This is a priceless cast, and I will always love this movie. And God rest Bill Paxton's soul, and God, the other guy that ended up having a good career, the one that was in the little bus. I know you guys know he passed away with a drug overdose. Bill Paxton passed away because some surgeon decided to try something new. Such a shame. But anyway, this is the better movie, but I like them both. So I choose the 1996 over the 2024. But I wanted to own them both because I do like both movies. So that's my remake and comparison, because I have not done one of those in a long time. And I just want to put this out to you guys. I'm just dropping stuff that I feel like I need to drop, and I just I just want to do that because I got to quit worrying about, I didn't get that many views and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, God bless and have a good evening, and hope everybody have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. Be safe out there. We'll catch you next video. We'll see you.